as CEOs of companies leading the way in the data environment, and you're looking at your goals and objective over the next year, 1, 2 year, kind of what's on your top priorities around driving that? Where do you see the keys to success, critical success factors? Maybe start with you, Rohit.
Yeah, so our briefs are really down. I think what people are trying to do is enable more people with data, but they are very mindful of the amount of money that they want to spend on it, and they're also very clear that they don't have access to the same resources that they had in the last couple of years. That would be number one. Second, their support for heterogeneity, but also the establishment of a model by which they can administer all these different data systems. So those are two, key points for us as a company to execute on.
Excellent. Matt?
As I said earlier, I think the ability to calculate ROI early in these infrastructure plays is more and more important. So I think I assume most of you are investors. For investors, I would say I think we're back to the age of platforms. You can't just have a point solution and then sell it at ACV high enough. So you have to provide a platform with multiple different capabilities, multiple different workflows for different personas. So I think that's, for me, number one. We're going to live or die by having a platform with multiple SKUs where we have modules where we can do a true land and expand. I think the second is value-based selling, going top down. The days of being able to get budget, even if you can get budget from a middle manager in these companies, the problem is your time to close is going to be so long. Your sales force is just going to get constrained by getting 10 different people to approve. So value-based selling at the C-suite, working its way back down. So platform sales, top-down value-based selling.
Excellent. Jordan?
I think one of the things you're seeing in the database industry is that there's really this sort of just convergence. There are no magic beans. There's no way to really magically say this database is 10x faster, this database is 10x better. And so the way to differentiate yourself is not speed, it's not size, it's going to be making it easier, making it simpler for people to get more results more easily, and broaden the base. So that, we're primarily focused on getting as many people to be able to leverage their data as possible, and focusing on that rather than if we can bring value to organizations, then revenue will follow.
I would say being empathetic for your customers, realizing that organizations have kind of many different heads and many different arms and aren't necessarily talking to one another, especially when we think about the people that own the data and then the people that could use or benefit from the data. We kind of see this process kind of all over the place where we're almost coming into an organization. We talk with the data folks, we talk with the end users, and we actually almost end up helping them see how they can drive value to their users. So really being empathetic for the fact that these organizations, there's many different heads, many different people that kind of bring together to actually create value, especially when you're thinking about data and the fact that oftentimes the owner of the data and the user can be separated. And then the other thing is just kind of double clicking on focusing on kind of fundamentals and deriving value. Right now, I think there's an explosion of kind of noise and a bunch of different vendors, and people are trying to just figure out what is going on in this space. Being able to actually have kind of a clear story around that and help your customers, help enterprises actually understand the landscape and where you fit in and how do you derive value has just been critical for us.